180!
Right, everyone good? Rob, many congratulations. A special feeling here in Den Bosch. Just sum up how you're feeling after getting your hands on that magnificent trophy.
It's just amazing. There's only one other trophy was probably a bit heavier, and that's the Welsh, you know. I thought I was going to pull a muscle when I lifted it. I thought, don't do it. Nearly slipped out of my hand. But no, look, just absolute amazing to come here and win. And it never really matters, obviously. We turn up, we play all over the world. If you're not winning, it doesn't mean anything. And yeah, to win here is special for me.
Coming here this week, did you believe this was possible?
No, probably not. I actually thought after last week, the way I played, I had a nice little 3.5 weeks off, and I suppose I'm not like your normal dart player, you know. They can infuse themselves with darts all year round, 300 and whatever days a year, and I'm not like that. If I get time off, I have separation from it. So I have family time, other stuff, and do what I want to do. And I appreciate sort of when you do get them times, and that like I've just done with them 3.5 weeks, you know, I value them just away, but it can sort of guilty, yeah, for sort of trying to pick myself up in the meantime. And yeah, nice to win.
Off the back of the Worlds and obviously Bahrain, that flight home can be a lonely place. Was there a bit of soul searching, thinking to yourself what had gone on, and can you reproduce what you've done in the past?
I don't think that's a worry really. If I've not put a lot in, and that's what I'm guilty for, so look, it's on my neck. But if I've not put a lot in, then can you really go out and expect to achieve great things? You know, sometimes I have to play myself in to get myself right, to get myself to win. And that's it. Look, like I said, it's just fell early. You know, I would have. Maybe next week I would have said, yeah, I've got an argument, but this week I want to give myself a chance at the start of the week.
What is it about the World Series that seems to bring the best out of you? Because you've won in Australia, America, now here, winning all over the world. What is it about these events that seems to bring the best out in you?
I think just taking it over the world. I thoroughly enjoy it, you know. I could remember 2 years ago, obviously never got Premier League and stuff, and Matt, me and him had a good chat in January. I've never mentioned this, but look, we had a discussion and stuff, and he said, "Oh, well, like World Series, go on that, get yourself back." And I have to admit, it really helped me that chat. You know, just having that with him, and that's the greatness of the man. So for me, sort of coming out to these places, doing all this stuff, and Netherlands already established. So we're not really, I don't think you're going to grow it much bigger, it's just going to carry on. You know, you're already there. You're already world-class players, world champions. It's not really about that, but to come here and have that sort of surroundings in what, like, with the World Series, it's just truly amazing. I have to admit, sometimes I wish I played like that on TV, you know.
Congratulations.
It's been a heck of a weekend for you. Your numbers have got better and better every game, including in the final. You must be really pleased with the way you've played.
Yeah, I have to admit, I was probably a bit guilty for enjoying it, actually, towards the end. And I know it gets tight, but look, that's just the nature of the game. And I actually prefer not to run away with stuff sometimes, because I can go to sleep, you know. When I'm 4-2 up and I come out, I get an early break in the next leg to go 5-2 up, I sort of switched off. And I think him coming back, it just switched me back on. So, yeah, very grateful. What I would say, one chat on Steve, absolute amazing man, great family. And, do you know, he's done miracles for himself. Whatever he's been doing, credit to him and all, because, look, I knew him 4 or 5 years ago when he was going through his trials and tribulations, you know, it was tough for him. So, look, credit to him, 2 finals in 2 weeks. I would say this, though, I'm glad I won.
Yeah, it might cost you a few quid in extra baggage, though. It weighs a bit, doesn't it, the trophy?
I don't think I've actually got room, so it might be 120 quid for a new case. Got a spare case, Joshy?
Last week you couldn't hit a double to save your life. Today, you're over 50% for the tournament on the doubling. You were clinical today, weren't you?
I think that's part and parcel of my game, though. Do you know, not putting myself down or anything, and not putting my opponents down is sometimes I'm more clinical at the back end of games, but I don't hit as many 180s, for instance. And I'm hitting more at the minute or whatever, and when I'm into it, you know. But they score better than me, but probably from a 250 mark or a 201 mark, I've really learned to sort of excel there, you know. I love to go out and be an absolute littler and hit all them 180s and stuff. It'll make my game easy, because then I'll be really good.
You mentioned that downtime, having that time away. Do you think it's something some of the players need to have a look at? Because it's getting busier and busier for you guys at the top, isn't it?
I think the difference is, I think the way to look at it, or the way I look at it, I think, look, you manage your schedule. That's what you have to do, and being a professional and stuff. And don't get me wrong, I've burnt myself out before, but it's no one else's fault, it's my own fault. If I keep pushing myself and I keep going, that's going to be the way to do it. So, yeah, there's a lot on their calendar, I can't dispute that, but at the same time, you've got to manage yourself, and you've got to learn how to manage yourself. For the early ones coming in, if they do greatness straight away, a bit like me first year, you know, it's a harsh learning curve, but you still have to manage it. And you might not get it right for a year or two, but you will get it right if you keep trying, you know. There's nothing at the end of it feeling burnt out and stuff, and you never play well. But look, as a professional, that's what you have to do. That's why I've got a great team around me, and they help me, and they say, oh, well, maybe not do this one or whatever, and I might feel fine. But if I'm stubborn and I go, 3 weeks later, I might be the opposite, you know, and then all of a sudden I might miss 2 weeks.
Cheers, man.
Thank you.
Rob, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yesterday we started with 8 Dutch players, and we have no Dutch players in the semi-finals. Did you know the reason about that?
I don't think there's no reason. Look, that's just darts, and the support what you get here is just truly amazing. Of the Dutch fans, you know, they really get behind their players, and it's good to see and all. I don't think no reason in that. Look, you could probably play this tournament 8 times a year, and you get 8 different winners. Yeah. That's just the way it is, and you get your Dutch winners, and you get all your other winners coming in as seeded, you know. So yeah, I don't think. Look, it's just the way it breaks down. We can't rerun the final next week, and it might be a different case, you know.
So we don't have a problem as the Netherlands as a darts country?
Nah, not at all.
No.
It's been massive for ages, isn't it? It's sort of like, look at Raymond, really. Put it on the map here, you know. Truly amazing. He's a legend. Get on with Ray. I know, I thought he played great tonight. He just, he missed a few bits, and I remember speaking to him. It's darts and that, you know. You just got to get on with it. Yeah. And I think famously, like, when you look at it, the way I look at this game, you know, sometimes I'm not always at my best. I still get results, but look, no one's got a gun to their head. It's not a matter of life or death, so you've got to go out there and just enjoy it, embrace it. And you name me another sport, maybe football, but there's 11 men on the field, you know. Another sport, yeah, where you get that individual sort of going up on the stage, being an individual and getting treated like that. It's just truly amazing. I can't get that buzz anywhere in life, you know. I shouldn't tell my missus that when I've got 4 kids, You got me a divorce now.
No, that's on you. That's on you. Did you miss some Dutch players over here? Someone like Wessel Nijman?
Do you know, I did. I was sort of surprised. Don't get me wrong. Every player what you've put in's been absolutely amazing, and they're brilliant. But Wessel, yeah, I was surprised. I think he done really well last year. Yeah. Did a couple of bad tournaments, but look, he's another one. I'm 34 years old, and I feel like one of the old people in the game. You know, 34, and you got all these players coming through, and he's a talent for the future. To put it that way. Yeah,
you won the Toon Griebe trophy. Did you know him?
No, I didn't. It was probably a bit before my time or whatever. Yeah, unfortunately. I tell you what, though, credit, yeah, for what you've done and what you've built in his name, you know. That's amazing. It's heavy, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Should be trophies more dedicated to former dart players? You have the Eric Bristow trophy, of course.
Yeah, you have the Eric Bristow trophy. I think there's a Taylor one and all, is there?
Yeah, the one as well.
Yeah.
Sid Waddell.
So Sid Waddell. I think it's great. Look, in life you can go through life, but you should never forget the people around you or what put you there, whether they help you or anything. And I think sometimes in life it's a bit of a downfall, really, that some people, they carry on, they do forget, you know. We should honour everyone what gives as much to the game and doing what they do, because without these people, it's look, the game means nothing really, does it? But that's not being sentimental too much.
Thank you, Rob. Good luck next week.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, congratulations, Rob. Very good performance today. As mentioned before, you finished above 50% in all of your matches today. What is your biggest takeaway from a day like today?
I think it's long. Look, you've got to have the endurance, and I think for me it's that desire to win. I'm very focused today. Usually I give off the big celebrations here and there and stuff, and you can lose concentration by doing that. But I've really concentrated today. I've knuckled down. I've tried to put my best foot forward, I suppose, you know. But in that case, you know, I could have gone up there and hit Sank and give it to Billy, and then all of a sudden come back with nothing. So no, just the determination and the focus what I've had today, you know, it's dragged me through, and I'm very grateful.
Is that going to be the secret ingredient to your future success in the World Series?
No, not really. I think when I'm back into it, I think everything, hopefully it's a little bit easier, you know. I've had to break a sweat today to win this, and that's no lie, you know. But yeah, I love the World Series anyway. I'm very fond to it, and look, I enjoy going around the world. As much as we all might moan here and there about the flights and stuff, without it, I just have an average job and just be a normal person, carry on working the way I was, you know. So yeah, very grateful to the game and all. Thank you.
Cheers, Rob.
Yeah. Rob, congratulations first
Thank
of all. Yeah, I was wondering which of the big tournaments or games that are coming up for you next do you look forward to the most?
I'm not really like that. I sort of look at it, you know, you'll go through motions where you're playing really well, and then you go through motions where you could lose anything. What I always say, look, I can beat the best players in the world, but I can also lose to Mickey Mouse tomorrow morning. You know, it's not a problem for me. So it's not really looking forward to it. It's just making sure that TV-wise, other stuff, anything on TV, I love the lights. I think I'm probably a bit guilty sometimes. Pro Tours, where it's in hidden doors and stuff, it's a bit harder to get up for. But every TV tournament, I want to go in there, I want to win, and I want to play well. But sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes when it does, like this one, you know, you pull it off and yeah, you feel amazing. So it's a good platform just to start the year and see where I am. I'm going to play better next week.
So is this trophy indeed an extra motivation for next week, the World Masters?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, we look at that, it's just gone ranked and all. I think it was a good idea by the PDC to send it ranked. Look, anything on TV, that's where I want to be. If it's behind closed doors, sometimes I could go home, you know. But anything on TV, that's where I want to be.